What's going on, YouTube? I'm that cologne guy E, and this is Simply Put Sense. And on this channel, we talk about some of the best and worst fragrances in the world of perfume. And I'll let you know what I think, guys. I'm completely honest. We're live here at Bergdorf Goodman. Thank you so much for joining. Even if you're not here yet, thank you so much for joining when you joined. Very grateful for you all. I hope you're doing well. So guys, I'm here live at Bergdorf Goodman, and today we're going to be talking about something a little bit off topic. Well, not off topic, because I mean, it's all about perfume at the end of the day. But we're going to be talking about something that I haven't talked about in a minute, and that is Zara fragrances. I don't know, but I'm actually blown away recently because Zara has been kind of on their Frederick Mall vibe recently. And what I mean by that, they've been like contracting top perfumers to make their fragrances over the last couple of years. Actually, over the last few years, every here and there, they will get an Alberto Morillas or a Fabrice Pellegrin to like make fragrances for them. And I'm all for it, you know? So guys, like, first of all, before we get into before we get into the topic of the day, what are your fragrances of the day? Like, what have you been wearing today? I'm actually wearing Whiskey Rose by Savoir Faire today. And just piggybacking, last video, we talked about Savoir Faire because I feel like they're an amazing house with really good price points for the quality that you're getting. And they're also fragrances that don't allow you to smell basic, common, generic, like an ex, like a dad, like a brother, you know? And that's all I'm about. Like, I want you guys to create scent memories that people connect to you and not other people, you know? That's the main thing. So I actually womp-womped one of the fragrances, the Soul Cafe fragrance. I womp-womped it because I was like, it's nice, but eh. And I have to say, I was a little bit wrong for that. It's funny because I thought it reminded me a little bit of Scent of Peace for Him, that Soul Cafe from Savoir Faire. It reminded me of Scent of Peace for Him. It reminded me a little bit of Kirke. And when it dried down on my hand, I smelled oud. I smelled something dirty. And I have to admit, that dirtiness mixed with that fruity, clean scent really threw me off in a good way. So I have to say, Savoir Faire Cafe Rose, I mistakenly womped it. It is definitely a fragrance worthy of your time and attention. Again, my least favorite of the five still, I will stand on that with my chest. But at the end of the day, I do think it was a much better fragrance than I gave it credit for when I smelled it. So wanted to focus on that. But your scent of the day, you wore Lauder for Men. Oh man, Rich. Nice. Awesome scent. Very old school scent. Oh man. Indensen Celia. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Indescence. um, wow. Swiss Arabian Sir Al Sheila. Ooh. I never even heard of that, my man. Definitely need to check that out. Soul Cafe, if I'm not mistaken. That's the one that I kind of knocked. I was like, eh. Soul Cafe, that's the fragrance. Did I say Cafe Rose? I must be bugging out. Sorry about that. If I said Cafe Rose, it's definitely not that. It's the Soul Cafe. And the Soul Cafe, I was like, eh. I kind of womped it because I was like, it's good, it's awesome, but it's like not as impressive. So I had to womp something. I had a sticky trigger to womp something because, you know, I was expecting to womp more than just one thing. And I was blown away that everything smelled amazing. Everything. Well, so oh no, okay. So what happened to Zara fragrances? Nothing really happened to Zara fragrances. They've just been upgrading and they've been, I guess you could say, stepping up their game. I feel like they're following a Frederick Mall paradigm where they're focusing on lifting up perfumers of their fragrances. And they're still keeping these fragrances under $40, which is, again, mind-boggling. So they're hiring some of the most amazing perfumers who has created some of your favorite fragrances from multiple brands, and Zara is offering these really good perfumers an opportunity to sell hundreds and hundreds of bottles to their audience. It's a brilliant, brilliant thing. I like the fact that Zara is not just creating factory produced fragrances, they're actually hiring talented artists to create their scents. That is something that they didn't do as often, although they did once in a blue. They've worked with Joe Malone, they've worked with Carlos Benaim, they've worked with Alberto Morillas, and now they've worked with a series of new perfumers for their 2023 releases, and I have 4 of them that I wanted to talk about. 8 of them came out though, I have to say. But out of the 8, I only really focused on 4 because I was not trying to buy $250 worth of Zara fragrances just to use them as air fresheners. Because that's what I do when it comes to Zara fragrances. You guys, you have no idea how many Zara fragrances ended up being my toilet scent. And I mean that literally, the scent I use to scent the toilet. I mean, they're only $20, They're room sprays that are like 3 times, 4 times that price from really dope brands. So I don't feel that guilty. But I have to tell you, yeah, a couple of those Zara fragrances ended up in my toilet, literally. But I'm curious to see if these new Zara fragrances repeat that and end up in my toilet again, or will these actually be something I would actually wear and spray? I'm not gonna lie, there are a few Zara fragrances that I've talked about on my channel in the past that I thought were awesome, but my tastes have really evolved and most Zara fragrances just don't meet my standards now. I'm very, very curious though, if these 4 fragrances made by some really heavy hitting perfumers shifts that, but we're gonna see. Guys, what are your, so your scent of the days, I really appreciate that. Have you tried any of the, oh Lord, okay, let's see what this is about. Have you tried out any of the Theodoros Kalotinis fragrances, clearly from Greece? The Coffee Addict is very hyper realistic and really good. Thank you for sharing that. I love a coffee fragrance, so I might end up getting a sample pack of that brand's product. Thank you for putting me on. I really appreciate you. Thanks a lot, Gung Fu. Really, really cool name, by the way, Gung Fu. Wow. But that Beau Noir and Ascension are my 2 new faves. Okay, nice hidden gems. I really, really dig Beau Noir. Beau Noir ended up being my 2nd favorite after the Whiskey Rose. That Whiskey Rose, whew, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I also found that savoir-faire fragrances stayed on my skin for at least 6 to 8 hours, depending on the scent. So all of them lasted on me, which I also pretty much like. Guys, you gotta get that savoir-faire sample pack when you get a chance. It is definitely worthy of your time. Get your nose to that. Cheryl, nice to see you, Cheryl. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming through. Hello to you. Oh no, I hope you're having an amazing week, Cheryl. Thank you so much for coming through. It's a blessing to see you. And it's also awesome that you have friends. Everyone knows the awesome Cheryl. She is the queen. Oh no. Thank you all for coming through. So my scent of the day was Burlington 1819 by Roja. I just wanted to get this nice, woody, that's like, honestly, Burlington 1819 is my favorite grapefruit fragrance, period. And I love the scent of grapefruit. It's like the perfect scent to wear at this time of year. And Burlington 1819 is one of those citrus fragrances that sticks to my skin. The citrus doesn't evaporate and and the fragrance turns into some like played out, woody musk. It is insane. It is insane. And for all the crap that Roja gets for, making fragrances that are way too expensive, I have to say it's a very luxurious take on a citrus. There are very few citrus fragrances that are on the level of Burlington 1819, and that's just what I feel. I can't help where it came from. I just can only be honest about what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But I got to tell you, that Burlington 1819, it just sings off my skin. It just makes everyone happy, including me, especially me. So, gotta love that fragrance. So Burlington 1819 was the fragrance that I wore in the beginning of the day. And as the day wore on, I started pairing it with other scents because that's what I do. But yeah, guys, so let's get into these fragrances. So I've never, oh my gosh, I'm such a fool. I didn't bring any fragrance strips. Jeez. Okay, maybe I can improvise because no, I can't. I can't improvise. Shucks. So I'm gonna have to be like my own. I'm gonna have to literally wear all this now. Great, fun. I mean, I wanted to anyway, but geez, now I'm gonna smell like a mall. Oh well, it is what it is. On skin, that's where it should be anyway. Hey Cheryl, I'm curious, what is your scent of the day? I'm really, really curious what got on your skin today. Let me know. Berto Esco, what's going on, my man? How have you been? I hope you're well. What is your scent of the day? And Hidden Gems, what did you wear today, bro? What's going on? Let me know. Anyway, yeah, Savoir Faire is quality. Absolutely. Absolutely quality. It's a fascinating thing when brands like that can make amazing product and people not know that they exist. It's so awesome when that happens, though, because those are the hidden gems we need to promote, push, and get people to care about, because honestly, the fragrance industry can be very disappointing if your nose is only focused on certain things. But if you have the right people to guide you in the right directions, fragrances, boy, there's some amazing brands. There are amazing fragrances out right now, but everyone's attention is on the same old, but we got to move people on from that, That's my thought. I don't have Post-its, bro. I don't have nothing. I'm just going to have to use my skin, but man, and I'm lucky because I didn't spray anything on me today. So at least, I didn't spray anything on my arms and my hands. So, I sprayed this area in my clothes, but at least I can spray my arms and let you guys know what these do on skin. But that's annoying because, I wanted to smell them first, but whatever. Anyway, so guys, we are going to be talking about Zara fragrances. I'm going to be honest with you. The 4 Zara fragrances that I have to talk to you about are among the top of the top options that they offered this year. I noticed when I went to Zara, I basically went in the store. I noticed they had 8 fragrances made by perfume makers, right? And I chose 4 after doing research and finding out which ones are similar to other fragrances. And I wanted to focus on fragrances that are really, really important. And not really important, but in my opinion, impactful, These are all fragrances that, in my opinion, are really, really, I feel like they make sense as an alternative to fragrances that supposedly they smell like. So honestly, and to be honest with you, I picked fragrances that honestly are fitting my taste. Did I choose the one that smelled like Santal 33? Absolutely not, because I have too many Santal 33 alternatives that Zara has created already, and I don't need any more, so I did those, so if anything smells like Baccarat, if anything smells like Santal, I'm not trying to let you know about that dupe. There are way too many dupes of those fragrances. You don't need to know anymore, just being honest with you. But yeah, let's see what this brother says. I was in Macy's a couple of days ago and I tried out 6 fragrances on skin. Whew. Then I went to a perfume shop in the same mall and tried out 4 more. Damn, I smelled good. You smelled like the mall. My man was like perfume mania. I love it. I love it. Oh no. Completely, I'm down with you, bro. I love that, you know. Everyone, I mean, actually, you know what you should do when you do that many fragrances on your skin? You should walk by people and say, "You're welcome." Because most people, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. Um, oh, hey E, put on some Maker Fire today for some reason. I thought you were at the Maker. It's actually in the heat. It's actually fire in the heat. Okay. It is a great scent. I really dig fire. That Maker Fire, I think it takes Angel Share up a bunch of notches in terms of like, it's in that family of boozy vanillas, tobacco-y type of experiences. But the rum in that scent and fire, I think just takes it to another level, a whole nother level. It was hard to choose. By the end, my nose was spent, as was my wallet. Of course, catch my whiff. That's what you do, bro. That's what you do. Oh no. Scent of the day, Creed Aventus Cologne. Okay. Go off, Carlos. A really nice take on Aventus. Actually, I do really dig it. You know, it's not as woody, it's not as birchy, it's not as dark as Aventus, but man, is it awesome. And it almost smells, it actually does smell like a clone of Aventus. It just smells like a clone of Aventus, I have to say, but it's a worthy clone because it's Aventus from the brand that makes it. So it's definitely on point to me. Anyway, so guys, thank you for the chit chat and let me know what you're thinking. Recently, go off well. Recently passed through a duty free in EU and picked up Dior Dune Pour Homme Amazing Fake Fragrance. That is a scent, I gotta be honest, that I kind of slept on. So thank you for putting me on, Will. I think I might pay attention a little bit more to Dune. I love Christian Dior fragrances typically, although not as much as I used to. But I have to say, because you know they're all about copying Chanel, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. But I have to say, Old Dior definitely does a great job. So I'm curious to see like what you think. And I love Fig. So once you said Dune Fig, oh yes, I'm curious now. You definitely piqued my interest, my man. Thank you for putting me on. Carlos Gaming, I love it, but it does smell like a clone. See, thank you, bro, for not being like offended. You know, because so many people be like, oh, how could you? You know, like, how could you? No, but I appreciate you, brother. At least, you know, you don't take this stuff too seriously. And at the end of the day, you smell amazing. Who cares, right? That's the whole idea. But, like, you really want to get into it? Yeah, you kind of do smell like a clone of Aventus, you know, when you wear that. But a good one, a really good one. And as you said, an expensive one. Not as expensive in the UK or Europe, though, which is crazy to me, how inexpensive Creed is overseas. But anyway, back to Zara. Okay, so after that little rant and like, you know, little intro, thank you so much, guys, for being patient with me. So now, let me roll up my sleeve because we're about to spray a whole bunch of cheap fragrances. Oh no. But these cheapies are made by some very impressive fragrance makers. So let's go into it. I'm choosing randomly. I got 4 bottles here. We're about to choose one randomly. And the fragrance that I grabbed, this one is called Majestic Green by Fabrice Pellegrin. Fabrice Pellegrin, Majestic Green is the name of this scent. I never smelled it before, but I have some information about it. So, Majestic Green was a fragrance made by Fabrice Pellegrin. Pellegrin? what? So, Majestic Green, I want to show you my screen, my guys. Majestic Green has a really interesting situation. This fragrance, voted by 67 people, has an 8.2 rating on Parfumo. And Parfumo is a website, again, that I prefer over Fragrantica when it comes to ratings, when it comes to basic information about the ingredient list. They're a lot more accurate than Fragrantica, in my opinion. And I also feel like the people who rate fragrances on Parfumo are actually fragrance enthusiasts. Most people who are like just starting their journey end up on Fragrantica, and they have the weirdest things to say about everything. So it's hard to take people's advice seriously on Fragrantica unless you know who you're reading. But Parfumo, I really dig Parfumo. Anyway, Majestic Green by Zara has an 8.2 rating, insane to me. I mean, just ridiculously insane to me. Like, that's blowing my mind. So this fragrance is considered a creamy, sweet, spicy, woody green scent. It has notes of vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood, cedar, and pepper. This fragrance was made by Fabrice Pellegrin, and this brand, a lot of people say that this fragrance smells a lot like Eau Dwell from Diptyque. That blows my mind. Now, let's get into Fabrice Pellegrin real quick. Before we smell this fragrance, I want you all to see what this man has done. What makes Fabrice Pellegrin a special perfumer that Zara wanted to hire? This man did Sunshine Man. That alone is enough to make me curious about what he did for Zara. He did Womanity. By the way, this rating for Womanity is ridiculously low. The reason why Womanity doesn't get the best love from a lot of women, it's a fragrance marketed to women that doesn't always smell pretty. You know, it's it's a very unique fragrance, and that was done when Mugler was making avant-garde perfumes, which match their avant-garde style of fashion. It's a shame that they don't do fragrances that fit their aesthetic as a brand anymore, but they're owned by L'Oreal, so you know how that goes. Wah, wah, wah. He did Van Cleef & Arpels Bois Doré, which is a sick fragrance, one of the best perfumes from Van Cleef & Arpels, and most people don't even talk about it or know it exists. He also did Eau Dwell. So the perfumer, Fabrice Pellegrin, made Majestic Green that a lot of people say smells like Eau Dwell, and guess what? The same perfumer happened to have made Eau Dwell. Go figure. I'm gonna spray this fragrance on skin, and I'm gonna spray Eau Dwell on skin, and we're gonna compare both to see if this fragrance measures up to the fragrance people say it smells like. By the same perfumer who made both fragrances. Yo, honestly, if I was Diptyque and I found out that this perfumer made my fragrance for Zara and it's only selling for $40, I would be hella pissed. But that's just me. I'm just saying. Let's see what this is doing. Okay, you could tell I never sprayed these bottles. What the? Really? Okay. Zara's trying to be fancy with their sprayers. This is like a very, very misty situation going on. This is not like oh. Guys, when you have sprayers like this, it's very important. When you have a sprayer like a Roja sprayer, like a fragrance like Roja, like a fragrance like fragrance sprayers like this, where it's like literally like a mist. I would suggest spraying from a distance and up close. So this way you get something a little bit more diffused and you get something a little bit more intense, and just let it do what it does on your skin. Okay, Majestic Green. Does this smell like Eau Dwell to me? Absolutely not. So whoever says this smells like Eau Dwell doesn't understand fragrance, doesn't have a clear idea. I don't even have Eau Dwell on my skin, and I'm gonna let you guys know this does not smell like Eau Dwell. Is it a vanilla fragrance in the world of Eau Dwell? Yes. But in that case, there are gonna be tons of fragrances that smell like Eau Dwell. This is totally different than Eau Dwell. And I gotta tell you, I'm into this scent. I am absolutely shocked that I like this. Wow. Wow. Okay, the reason why this doesn't smell like Eau Dwell, and here's Eau Dwell. Let's just spray this right now. The reason why this doesn't smell like Eau Dwell, I'll let you guys know right now. Eau Dwell is a lot like Spiritus Double Vanille. To me, Eau Dwell is a copy of that fragrance. Spiritus Double Vanille is the blueprint that Eau Dwell is trying to follow, I would say. Eau Dwell and Majestic Green are not the same fragrance. So thankfully, Diptyque doesn't have to go off screaming at the perfumer who made Eau Dwell. They don't have to be too upset because this does not. Oh, okay. I just rubbed off the. So guys, it just flakes off. This bottle just flakes off. It creates bubbles and will flake off. Great. That's what you're paying for. Interesting. Anyway, so the difference between this and Eau Dwell, just really quick, guys, this fragrance is a lot more green, a lot more citrusy. I even smell something violet-like, and I don't even know. Let's go back to what this fragrance has in it. Okay, vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood, cedar, and pepper. Interesting. Very interesting because I'm smelling something kind of like violet in this fragrance. I'm getting a little bit of a cucumbery, pickly thing going on in this. Not in a bad way, not in a Santal 33 pickle juice kind of way. Not like that at all. This is really nice, guys. I'm actually shocked. Well, I shouldn't be shocked because that's the point of buying these fragrances. These were done by excellent perfumers. And I'm not shocked that this perfumer created an amazing fragrance. I'm shocked that this fragrance could be sold under $40. That's what shocks me. Because honestly, this smells better than most men's fragrances at Sephora. I'm going to tell you right now, I would buy this over, I would say, 80% of the stock I can get at Sephora when I walked into the 34th Street store. I'm going to just be real. This is great. This is really, 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 really good. Okay. There's a little bit of weirdness to it. It's not a basic generic take on vanilla. It's a green vanilla, but not like not like the Le Parfum by Lalique type of green vanilla or Angelique Noir type of green vanilla by Guerlain. It's just not that type of green. But it's really interesting and very, very multifaceted for a Zara fragrance. No joke. Guys, this is beautiful. Majestic Green, if you love vanilla, you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it. I think cardamom and vanilla, if you put that in a fragrance, I'm like, yes, let's do it. Let's put it on skin because I love cardamom and I love the way it layers with vanilla. I think they are an amazing combination when you want that spicy vanilla with, if you're offering me a spicy vanilla and that's cardamom for that spice, I am sold. That's it. It's more intense than Eau Dwell. Also, Eau Dwell is very, very laid back and round and smooth and subtle, but sticks with you. But it's more of like a faint experience when you smell it on people. It's there, but not there. It's like no makeup for ladies out there who might understand that reference. It's peekabooing at you. You know, it's like there, but not there. It's here, I'm here, and no, I'm not. You know, that's the type of vibe of Eau Dwell. Majestic Green, I'm smelling straight. Impressed. Wow. Okay. I'm blown away by this. Like, first, I mean, come on. This is insane. Like, I wanted to womp this stuff. Come on, Zara is killing out the gate. All right. The next fragrance from Zara we're going to experience. And again, Fabrice Pellegrin. Look at the fragrances that this person has made. Like, look at these fragrances. Volutes, then amazing Patchouli by Diptyque. Ombre Orient by Armani Privé, a sick, sick amber. I feel like Armani Privé is so slept on, it's criminally slept on. Dosan, Blackberry and Bay. Oud Bouquet is one of my favorite fragrances from Lancome, probably the Lancome fragrance I would wear. Um, and Oud Bouquet is a beautiful, like, praline and oudy fragrance, but the oud is not as, it's more a praline forward fragrance with oud as an accent. Bracken Man, ridiculous. Wanted, like this guy did some really. Fabrice Pellegrin is a legend. Let's just be honest. Like the man has done some great work. For some, he's kind of like the in-house perfumer for Diptyque, it seems. He did Serge Le Lune, which is a really beautiful fragrance from Aedes de Venustis or Itis de Venustis, if you really want to be uber bougie. Fuel for Life Spirit. That's a scent that I actually really dig. This guy has done some really great work. Um, oh, he did Hamdani, very deep fragrance from Parfum de Marly, one of my favorite Parfum de Marlys that most people hate, which is probably why I like it. Old Rose from Diptyque. This guy is, oh man, he did La Vestiaire 24 Rue de l'Université by Yves Saint Laurent. I think this is one of the best Yves Saint Laurent fragrances ever made. Number 24. It's ridiculous. And the price of that fragrance, $270. It's here at Bergdorf and I love it. Although it's rarely in stock. You gotta really be, you know, to get that fragrance, you gotta really know. Know when it's in stock. So yeah, Fabrice Pellegrin, I think knocked this out. Absolutely beautiful scent. Oh, I'm really curious about the next one. Let's go. And it doesn't smell like anything Zara has. That's the other thing. Zara does this weird thing where they'll make like over 300 fragrances a year. And I'm not being like anywhere near like exaggerating. They will make like over 150 to 200 fragrances a year, and they'll discontinue it and next year make the same fragrance under a different name. That's what Zara does. It's very weird, but you know, but when they make a banger, you better get it because it'll be gone soon. That's just the weirdness of it. The next fragrance we're going to be talking about is again from the house of Zara. That's what this is all about. This fragrance is called Majestic Magnificent Black is the name of this fragrance. And Magnificent Black has a rating of 7.9 with 51 people rating it, which is, again, very high for Zara. And decent longevity, decent sillage. Oh, let me talk to you about the sillage and the longevity for Majestic Green. As I said, it smells present. And according to ratings, 7.2. Anything above 7, in my opinion, is a really good rating, especially on Parfumo. For the scent, these people rated it an 8.2, and I have to agree. Majestic Green is a really nice scent. It's still holding up. I really want to see toward the end of the hour how this works, though. But anyway, going back to Magnificent Black, the scent is not rated as high, but 7.9 is still really up there. And this fragrance seems to be a little bit more relaxed, more laid back. But the notes of this scent: amber, mineral notes, aquatic notes, cedarwood, jasmine, patchouli, leather, violet, and vetiver. Okay, Magnificent Black. Let's see what you're doing. Again, a very diffused sprayer. Not the best spray, I gotta tell you, but it's not a water gun, so there's that. Oh, this fragrance smells old school. It even tastes old school. Like as I as I took a breath, I tasted it, and this tastes like an 80s fragrance. This tastes like those fragrances that I remember tasting when my mom would spray fragrances in the air, like when I was a kid. Like this smells like 80s, early 90s perfumes. Oh, okay. Um, Okay. This I don't like as much, but I like this. This smells almost Roger-esque, Roja Dove-ish, Roger-ish. And I know if he ever watched this and heard me compare a scent or his style of fragrance to a fragrance from um, Zara, he would probably hate me every time he sees me. But I gotta tell you, it has like this really interesting old school style to it. It's very ambery, yes. Oh wow! So people say it smells like M7, one of the first fragrances from Tom Ford, um, from YSL, and I own that fragrance. It's similar, but not cloning it. What I'm also noticing is that none of these fragrances that people say it smells similar to, it smells exactly like. So these are not dupes of anything, which is again very, very rare because that's not what Zara does. Zara is all about copying what's hot at the moment and just selling it for like $30, you know? But none of these fragrances smell like a popular main fragrance that they're trying to copy, you know? Which I'm impressed by, which I'm actually happy about. Um, magnificent, magnificent black smells magnificent, guys. Like there is like I am absolutely like wow. We're two for two again for the second week in a row. The first two fragrances I'm spraying on skin are really, really well done. This fragrance was made by Amid Marathi Kashani. And let's go into what this man has made. Kashani has done some really, really interesting work, um, which I was really impressed by. Look, he actually made Terra Nova for Jensen's, for Ashton, which is interesting. Um, I'm really curious, guys, about this fragrance right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse hovering over Langston by Harlem Perfume Company, but man, I want to try this fragrance. I saw the notes and I was like, "Ooh, this is literally what I'm into." Like, let me just show you real quick. This is so off topic, but look, candied apple, Ceylon cinnamon, chocolate, Cistus absolute, night blooming jasmine. My favorite smell when it comes to jasmine. Orange brandy, orris root, musk, sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla. This fragrance sounds like fun. I'm really curious about this. But anyway, getting back to Mr. Kashani, I just want you to see, oh, he actually did the new opus from Amouage, King Blue. I haven't smelled it yet. Look forward to it. But Mr. Kashani seems to be like the in-house perfumer for Parfum de Marley. Leighton, Pegasus, Leighton Exclusive, Percival. He did all their best sellers. Um, Acasta. He did Silky Woods for Goldfield and Banks, a really good scent. He did Ingenious Ginger. Oh, okay. Ingenious Ginger, I really dig. That's like one of the newest Goldfield and Banks. It's here at Bergdorf. Six scent. Beautiful, beautiful freshie for the summer. And there we have Magnificent Black. So Mr. Kashani, the perfumer behind Parfum de Marley, created a fragrance for Zara. And it's very, very well done, guys. It's very, very, very well done. Oh man. Okay, yeah, this is really, really on point, guys. Like, I am absolutely shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. Wow. Okay. Wow. I really like Majestic Black, guys. Like, I'm absolutely, I'm starting to hate the sprayers though, because these sprayers are like, you know, it'll take a ton of sprays to get through these bottles. That's one thing you'll know. But I hate the sprayers, I gotta be honest. But what do you expect, I guess? What should I expect for fragrances worth $40? I gotta say, guys, I really, really like Majestic Black. Magnificent Black. I keep saying Majestic, but it's Majestic. It's very, very impressive. There's something really, really beautiful and dark and edgy about it. It's almost like an old school style scent made in a modern way. So I do get the reference to M7. But does it smell as old school as M7? Absolutely not. Like, this smells like a reinterpretation of a scent like that, but they're not clones. Again, this is not a clone of M7. I own M7. This does not smell like it's trying to be M7. It smells like it's in the same family of M7, that ambery old school experience, not too powdery, not powdery at all. Wow. I really want to. I'm really blown away. Like, I'm really, really blown away. I'm really blown away. I'm definitely getting the patchouli and the amber in the fragrance. I don't smell any fruit. I guess the mineral and aquatic notes is adding kind of like a freshness. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed, guys. Magnificent Black. Now, some people say it smells like Hypnotizing Fire by Harmonist. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Hypnotizing Fire is very cardamom heavy vanilla, very spicy vanilla. That's not what I'm getting here. I swear, this is what I'm saying. I don't get what people are smelling, but I can attest to that. And I trust my nose. They're not similar at all. This doesn't even have vanilla in it, and people are saying it smells like Hypnotizing Fire, which is a vanilla fragrance. So, Magnificent Black though is, oh man. Out of Majestic Green and Magnificent Black, I'm kind of into Majestic Green a little more. For now, at least, it's a little bit more intense on my skin. But I gotta admit, I do dig Magnificent Black. I'm curious to see which one of these end up my favorite as the video gets towards the end. Let's get into the next fragrance, guys. Like, I'm feeling like I'm absolutely shocked that I'm liking these fragrances like this. I think these are some of my favorite Zara experiences since I've been wearing Zara fragrances. Like, this is really, really amazing. I'll be honest with you. There are times when I'll buy a Zara fragrance and at this period, literally 30 minutes into putting it on skin, it's breaking down in a horrible way. These are not. Sand Desert at Sunset. Okay, let's do this one. And that's what this looks like. Let me see. So, why am I doing this? Okay, there we go. So, Sand Desert at Sunset is the name of this one. And let's get into it. Ooh. Remember I said I like boozy fragrances? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. This fragrance was done by Benoit Lapouza. Benoit Lapouza isn't as famous as Fabrice Pellegrin or Hamid Kashani. Let's go. I am amazed right now. Oh my gosh, guys. Sand Desert. This fragrance has an 8.4 rating out of 75 ratings on Parfumo. What? Oh, wow. Tonka, cinnamon. I definitely smell cinnamon. It's a spicy, warm, smoky scent. Um, Oriental notes, which probably means vanilla. Chocolate, floral notes, frankincense, and orange. You'll definitely smell the orange in the beginning. It's like really, really hidden. Wow. A really, like the cinnamon is the heart of this scent right now. I'm really getting a ton of cinnamon in this fragrance. This perfumer, Benoit Lapouza, let's see. These are the fragrances that this gentleman has made. He did Angel Share, which people compare this fragrance to, as you can see. People say it's similar to Angel Share and Ojan. And actually, I have Angel Share right here, and I'm curious to see the difference between the two. I am blown away. Angel Share versus Sand Desert at Sunset. The same perfumer made both of them. They're definitely cousins. I'll put it that way. They're not siblings, but they're definitely cousins. Wow. Wow. This is a good one, too. I feel that Angel Share smells better. Angel Share to me smells better. Angel Share is also almost $200, so it should smell better, right? If it didn't smell better, oof, would they have an issue? If honestly, if if you could tell me a Zara fragrance made by the same person that made a Killian fragrance and a Zara fragrance can't compare that, I mean, and the Killian fragrance isn't on that level, I would be like, whoa, Killian, damn. Um, yeah, Angel Share is definitely more punchy. It is a little bit more noticeable. Well, not more noticeable. It's definitely more noticeable. And smelling it almost makes it hard for me to notice Sand Desert at Sunset. Let's see what people say about this scent. Gourmand, sweet, spicy, oriental, woody. The rating of the scent is 8.4. Longevity and sillage is not as great as Majestic Green. Um, but again, the value a lot of people rate is very, very high. And the scent people rate is very high. 8.4. I gotta admit, it's doing to my skin what Zara fragrance have done to my skin on the past. Like it smells great in the beginning, but it doesn't like turn into like it doesn't hold up. That's what I notice about a lot of Zara fragrances. They have really great openings, but they turn into things that smell very cheap on your skin after it dries down. Like I guess you could say the cheapness of Zara fragrances reveals itself after about 40 minutes of wearing it. This definitely doesn't smell like it's not full. It's not like a blanket. Like Angel Share is kind of like a warm, huggable, kind of like comforting fragrance. I'm not getting that huggability from Sand Desert at Sunset. It smells nice, but it's my least favorite of the three I've smelled so far by a lot. Like by a lot. Like this is good, but cannot touch Majestic Green and Magnificent Black, not even a little bit. Like this is nice, but nowhere near as good as the other two. The first two that I sprayed, it's nice though. It's nice. If you want like a spice balmy style type of fragrance, this can do a good job for you. It's not the best or the worst, but it's okay. It's okay. For a Zara fragrance, this is a very impressive scent, though. Don't get me wrong. Benoit, Benoist. I said Benoit. Wow. Benoist or Benoist, 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 Lapuza. That guy, Lapuza. I think he did a good job. I think he should be proud of this work that he did for Zara. And I think this fragrance is a really beautiful, boozy experience. I gotta admit, it definitely has a booziness to it. And it's interesting that they're able to recreate a booziness without that boozy accord. So it's an impressive fragrance, I gotta say. For a Zara fragrance, this would be like, if I didn't smell the first two, I would say, damn, Zara. But the expectation has been so high because of these first two that this one is like, I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. But it's not bad at all. Like, it's really, really on point. Okay, now let's get to the last one. Okay, so guys, so the last fragrance out of the Zaras that we're talking about today is called Sunrise on the Red Sands Dunes. What? Sunrise on the Red Sand Dunes. What the? Do they think they're Eldo? Like, this sounds like Etat Libre d'Orange. This sounds like something Gucci would write on their bottles. Like, Gucci does some weird, like on their niche bottles, it's like, you know, Portrait of the Snake and, you know, like window washers behind the building, like weird names, you know. But Sunrise on the Red Sand Dunes. I'm expecting something dry. I'm expecting something kind of Middle Eastern in terms of vibe. I mean, sand dunes. I'm expecting something like that. Let's see. Wow. 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 What? What? Okay. What? Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No way. Yeah, Imperial Purple. Isn't that the one that smells like isn't that the one that smells like Santal 33? That's why I was like, I don't want another one of those. Like, I don't want to smell like another train car in New York. I'm done. I can't do it. Oh no! This is sick. Oh, okay, guys. If you like fresh fragrances, you better go in Zara and get this. Guys, you better go in Zara and get this fragrance before there are no more left. I would even say, guys, if you like a fresh perfume, get this on eBay. It'll probably be like another $15 more, but I would spend under $60 for this. Easy. I would, even if you cannot find this bottle in the stores and you can get it for about $10, $20 more in eBay, I would consider it. Oh, and I know I'm talking too soon, right? I should at least give it a little time, but man, this first impression was sick. Wow. I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow. I'm just like, I almost want to get up and leave, guys. Like, no, Zara is doing this? Really? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna just be honest. I would spray a fresh Zara fragrance on me at this point, and it would literally smell like the cheapest toilet water you could find. You know, vibrant leathers, all that fake Creed Aventus stuff, crap, absolute garbage. But wow, this is clean. I get clean citrus. The citrus in this fragrance is actually alive. It doesn't smell fake and crap. It doesn't come across, like a doesn't smell like candy. Doesn't remind me of lemon heads or cleaning products. Like, guys, I've smelled fresh fragrances from Zara and I've thought Windex. I've thought like Comet. I've thought like, okay, I'm gonna clean the floor with this, not perfume. But this doesn't smell like I'm cleaning the floor. Okay, Zara did their thing. Did their thing. Guys, this smells better than a lot of designer perfumes. This isn't anywhere near like Burlington 1819. Burlington 1819 compared to this, it's not a fair comparison. Not even fair. It's like David and Goliath. I know David won, but you get my point. Okay, I'm like I can't believe my lion nose. Like that's what I'm feeling right now. I cannot believe my lion nose. That opening though is much more impressive than its dry down. So yes, when you spray this fragrance on skin, oh man, does that smell nice. It doesn't smell as nice as it dries. I'm not gonna lie. That beginning shocked me. But this fragrance, wow. Oh man, look at this, guys. Sunrise on the red sand dunes. 8.4 out of 10 from 608 people voting for it. It's considered the top one. It's considered in the top 65 fragrances in men's perfume on the entire Parfumo.com website. How, Sway? How? I feel like people are smelling that beginning and they're just like, yes, I'm sold. And I get why. Bergamot, mandarin orange, amber, black currant, ginger, orange blossom. It's good. It's good. It's really, really good. That rating, look at that scent rating, 8.4 from 608 votes. The longevity and sillage are below average or average, but that's what you would expect from a freshie, in my opinion. Like, people are comparing this fragrance to Imagination by Louis Vuitton. Oh my God. Oh wow. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm really, really shocked. Um, Jacques Cavalier Belletrude made Imagination, so clearly not the same perfumer, thank goodness. By the way, guys, Imagination is considered the top fragrance in men's perfume at the moment. Wow. I didn't even notice this. Like, what are the odds? It's considered the top men's fragrance in perfume on Parfumo. Imagination. It beat out a lot. Like, insane. While we're here, let's just look at let's just see what people are calling the top. Let's look at the top 16 fragrances. Well, let's look at the first page on Parfumo. Imagination number 1, Elysium Pour Homme number 2. I definitely could see that. Leighton number 3, I can see it. Jump Up and Kiss Me Hedonistic, definitely can see that. I love Hedonistic by Clive Christian. That's number 4. Isola Blue just came out and it's number 5. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, 6 and 7. Enigma from Roja, number 8. Number 9, Reflection Man. Number 10, Reflection 45. Number 11, Creed Aventus. Number 12, Noir Extreme. Number 13, Spice Bomb Extreme. 14, Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Number 15 is L'Homme by Prada. Number 16, The One for Men, Dolce & Gabbana. 17, Elysium. 18, Dior. 19, Oligarch. 20, La Nuit de l'Homme. 21, La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique. That shocks me a lot. Ojan, number 22. Number 23, Valentino. Uomo Intense. Number 24, Sacrilege. Club de Nuit Intense. See, guys, when a clone of a Ventus is in the top 25 fragrances on a website about fragrance, oh my God. That fragrance should not be in this list. It is not that good. Wow. But it is on this list. Le Male Le Parfum, number 25. What? What? Look at these fragrances. Okay, Burlington, 18, 19. Yo. The top 50 fragrances have a ton of Roja, have a ton of Amouage, a few Pradas, a few Nishans. What? Okay, guys, like that's impressive. I gotta tell you, for Imagination to be number one, sickening. And the fact that this fragrance is in the top 65%, 65 fragrances on Parfumo off the strength of Imagination. It's nice. It's for a fragrance that's $40. It's better than a lot of fragrances for men in Sephora, Blue Mercury, Ulta, your regular brands where you can buy fragrance. I have to tell you, most designer fragrances that are fresh are not as good as this. It's not. It's really not. Although I'm not gonna lie, I might take Forever Dolce & Gabbana. I would probably take that over this. The Dolce & Gabbana Forever, that grapefruit is just, in my opinion, beautiful. It's OG Vrai by Terre d'Hermès is definitely better than this. But this is really good. And this is absolutely insane for a $40 bottle. You could probably get this even cheaper because sometimes they're on sale. This is a no-brainer, guys. If you're into fresh scents, blind buy it. I don't tell people to blind buy fragrance, but for $40, if you're into fresh scents for the summer, blind buy it. You will not regret this scent. It's a great value. It smells insane. I'm just like, wow. I am blown away, guys. These 4 Zara fragrances are absolutely beautiful. Let's go back to these fragrances again. Majestic Green. Majestic Green is absolutely insane, and it's like really doing well on my skin. Majestic Green is getting a lady. It doesn't make any sense. Goodness gracious. Majestic Green is really doing well on my skin, gotta tell you. The next fragrance, Magnificent Black. Magnificent Black is definitely getting the lady. It's getting... Wow. This arm is killing me. This arm is just killing me. Let's see what's going on at Sand Desert at sunset. Nice, but it's nice, but not as good, not nearly as good. So this is definitely going to
be nice. You guys can sit together. Oh!
The womp for me. Yeah, it's drying down nice. I think a lot of people are gonna like it, but it's definitely a Zara fragrance, and I can tell it is. You know, like when I smell this, it's impressive. I appreciate it. It's better than most Zara perfumes, but compared to the first 2, it's a fall off, in my opinion. So for that reason, it got the lady. And now Sunrise on the Red Sand Dunes. Goodness. I don't know if this fragrance is gonna dry down like in an hour as good as it smells in the first few minutes. And I think a lot of those ratings are because of the opening of it is so beautiful, so natural smelling. Like I almost feel like I'm squeezing citruses on my skin when I first smell it, but it does not hold up. And you just caught that, right? I was smelling the bottle. You caught that, dudes, right? I was literally, God. Yeah, like I really like it. I don't know why, but I'm also getting dill. I'm also getting that pickly thing going on my skin. I don't get pickles on my skin, so it's not like I ain't bathed today, guys. So it's not me. But yeah, like that's really nice, guys. It's really, really nice. I'm absolutely blown away, and it's definitely gonna get the lady. Come on now. It, always doing that. Yeah, guys. Wow. Okay. We got a moral of the story. I was going to talk about this fragrance from Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm going to hold this down. I'm going to wait for another time to talk about this fragrance. I was absolutely impressed by this also. Do you want to know something? Between these two fragrances, which are kind of like in a similar world, like I would wear these fragrances at the same time or in similar moments, I should say. I actually like the Zara fragrance more than the Abercrombie fragrance. And I love Frank Vogel's work, the man behind Santal 33, but I think this fragrance smells better and it smells more natural. Sunrise on the Red Sands Dune, guys. Like, I mean, come on. For Zara? What? That's nice. It's very nice. It's a very impressive fragrance. I mean, 3 out of 4 fragrances have all gotten the lady in this first impressions video of these Zara fragrances. I love Majestic Black. If I were ranking these, oh, if I were ranking these, I might go with Majestic Green #1. Majestic Green to me is a really, really, really beautiful green take on vanilla. And I think it's very unique. And for that reason, I like it a lot. I'm very impressed with what Fabrice Pellegrin did in this perfume. It's beautiful. It's intense. I smell it. I notice it. I feel this. You will not feel like this fragrance will leave your skin. It's like it's there. And this was the first fragrance I sprayed on my skin in this video. And it's definitely the one that's the most intense, even though it's been on my skin longer than longer than any other scent. So Majestic Green, I feel like is just next. It's just a beautiful, beautiful green take on vanilla. If you're into vanilla, you gotta consider it. It's just ridiculous, ridiculous. Really well played, really, really well done. And I think honestly, he's probably the best perfumer of the group. I wasn't fair because Sunrise of the Dunes, I didn't talk about the perfumer. So this perfumer is Mylène Alran, and it's fascinating, but Sunrise on the Red Sand Dunes is her most popular fragrance. But she also did Bottega Veneta Eau de Velour, which I was very much a fan of. I think certain men can easily get away with that fragrance from Bottega Veneta. Definitely a beautiful scent. She's done some really cool she's done some cool fragrances, but she's very new. She just started creating perfumes, I would say, over the last like 7, 8 years. Oh, even 9 years. She did a Bentley perfume for Lalique. Well, she did a fragrance for Bentley in a collaboration with Lalique, I should say. But she hasn't been doing fragrances forever, since I think like 16, 17 was like her first year in fragrances. And she is, 14. So she's been around for about 9 years and doing a really good job. Well, shit. And now 10 years, guys. 2013 was was when she came out with Roses de Chloé. So she's been around for 10 years, but not a lot of perfumes under her belt. She's probably assisted in other perfumes. But this fragrance is actually, Sunrise is actually on her actual resume. She's actually the perfumer who created this scent. And it's really, really good. It's a really, really good fragrance. She also did Evening Safari Drive by Zara as well. I guess they figure, oh, she's young, she's new. She hasn't done a lot of fragrances, she's cheaper. Oh no. Okay, so back to these again. I think this would definitely be number 3. So definitely number 3 would have to be Sunrise on the Red Sands Dune. And number 4 would be Sand Desert at Sunset. It's a very dry, spicy, woody scent. Really nice, but a lot more expected. I feel like the other 3 are just like, Zara did this? Yeah. The only one that I would expect of Zara is Sand Desert at Sunset. This smells like something Zara would have done if they didn't hire an in-house, a major perfumer to do their product. So I'm a little bit disappointed in this, and that's why I got the Womp Womp. So, yeah. But the other 3, and even, I gotta tell you, even though I gave this fragrance the Womp Womp, I feel like this is one of the best Zara fragrances that they came out with. It's definitely one of the better ones. Definitely one of the better ones. Just can't compare to the other 3 that I tried today, in my opinion. The Sunrise on the Red Sands Dune is definitely getting a little bit of soapiness on me. Almost, it's almost smelling like dish detergent on my skin. I gotta see how this works. Maybe I can update you next week. Next week, by the way, I'm gonna be at the Maker Hotel filming live from the Maker, not from Bergdorf Goodman. I gotta do my art over, my thumbnail art. But yeah, I'm impressed, Zara. Zara did an amazing job with these 3 fragrances. These 4 perfumers did an awesome job with these 4 fragrances. I'm very, very impressed with them all. Compared to the fragrances that people say they smell like, they can't. They really can't. And I don't think they were meant to. I think like all 4 compositions weren't trying to be other things. They were trying to be their own thing. And I really do think they accomplished that. None of these I can say are a clone of something else. Yeah, they're all unique. But I really love the way Majestic Green is killing my skin right now. Majestic Green is very, very good. If you like vanilla, you're gonna like it. So guys, let's start. Let me just share my screen and let's chat about the comments. I'm curious, guys. I'm curious what you've been chatting about. So let's see. Magnificent Black is even better than Majestic Green in my opinion. Okay, I can see that. If you're into it, I get it. It makes sense. Personally, I feel like Majestic Green on my skin just beats out Majestic Green, in my opinion, beats out Magnificent Black by not too much. But it's because I really noticed that scent. It's blooming off my skin. It's noticeable. It's more noticeable than Magnificent Black. Magnificent Black feels like it will perform well, but not as well as Majestic Green. I don't know why they called it Majestic Green. There is a greenness to it, but it's more about vanilla. But I mean, I like Magnificent Black a lot. To me, Magnificent Black is like in that vibe of Nasamato's Black Afghano. So think like a Zara version of Black Afghano. It's kind of like in that world. Not as like complex or interesting as Black Afghano by a long shot, but if a person had an appreciation for a scent like Black Afghano, I think you could easily purchase a fragrance like this for them, and they would easily accept that gift and wear it. You know, really, really nice stuff. It's not a water gun. No, it's not, Cheryl. Those 80 cents I typically end up loving, but it takes me a few wears to get acquainted with them. I agree with you, Catch My Whiff. They're not easy to love in the beginning, but it's it gets really impressive, you know. Gets really, really, really impressive. Those 80s fragrances, in my opinion, just make you feel like you're going back in time. And when they're redone or when they're done a certain way, you really understand why people would buy those fragrances in the millions as they used to back in the day. There weren't as many options as we have now. Like back in the 80s and the 90s, there were a lot less fragrances being released every year. So more people smelled like others, more people smelled similar to others. Um, there was like an aesthetic in terms of fragrances made in those eras that fragrance brands copied those fragrances in that era as well. Just like how today I'm always like, damn, these brands, they just have no creativity. You know, they just like find out what's popping and they just rehash it and they beat a dead horse until, you know, until sales just like pivot off of like fall off a root off a hill, and then all of a sudden now it's something new that they want to copy. But um, I'm absolutely blown away. Um, yeah, but 80s fragrances are from a different era, and it definitely does take a little patience to appreciate them. I really do love 80s fragrances a lot. That's that's the second one to get the lady. Oh yeah, Cheryl, we've been giving ladies all day. This one is a clone. I gotta tell you, bro, I don't feel like there are clones in this. I mean, unless you're talking about the freshie. And the freshie smells nice. It does. It really does. It doesn't smell as natural as it first did when I first sprayed it, but it smells very impressive. Very impressive. Micah, late to the party. It's all good, brother. You ain't miss anything. You missed a lot, but you ain't miss anything. Just go check out the video. That makes me think you're happily shocked. Oh yeah. Catch my whiff. I'm absolutely, really happily shocked on this. $200 for half of the juice. Well, I spent about $200 for 4 bottles, like, you know, about 200 with the tax and everything. For actually, no, I didn't. I spent under 200 by a lot. I think I spent like 120, $130 for the 4 bottles. Anyway, it's something like that. I spent under $140 for all 4 bottles with tax. Man, you really bought the best of Zara. Well, you know, I try. Where the heck are Red Sands? It's a good point. I guess the Sahara has really the Sahara at dawn. Red Sands. I rewind the live from the start. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Dimitri. I hope you're well. Is Dior intense but lighter? Oh. E, are you malfunctioning? Yeah, I was schizoing a little bit. I was like, what the heck is going on? Oh no. I love this Zara Sunrise more than Hermes OG Vray. Bought both in the same day. Oh no. Oh, I see you. I see you, brother. I see you. Wow. Love this Zara Sunrise more than Hermes OG Vray. Bought both in the same day. Okay. Wow. I'm absolutely blown away by that comment. Yeah, Sunrise, Sunset, and Imperial Purple, the only 3 I picked up from this year. Okay. Sunrise, Sunset. Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh, go ahead. Just add light. You just added light. I caught that, man. I never noticed that. Sunset, sunrise. Brilliant, bro. Thank you for that. You really do add light, my man. Love the dry down too. Lucian, thank you for that, bro. I mean, it does not come across like I was getting that like, like I was getting slight like product cleaner. It does not smell like that at all. Sometimes fragrances on your skin settle a certain way and they go through changes. And sometimes you really have to be patient with your fragrances, guys. Like if you spray something on your skin and immediately judge it, you will be definitely misrepresenting or misjudging, I should say. Um, but yeah. I think you should give Zara a go, catch my whiff. It's definitely what's up. Papa Bear, what's good? I'm great, my man. Thank you so much for chatting. I'm coming through to this, live. I know you came through late, but check out the beginning, man. I really blew, my mind is blown on these Zara scents. And I have to tell you, Zara put their foot in these. Like, Zara did their thing. Let me make it a little bit easy to read. These 4 bottles, guys, are worth trying, worth smelling, worth owning. My least favorite is one of the best Zara fragrances they've ever made. So my Womp Womp is definitely worthy compared to the majority, like I would say 95% of Zara perfumes. So all 4 of these fragrances are worthy of your time, attention, and I would definitely get my nose on them. A couple of them I wouldn't even stress. I would just blind buy them. But that's just me. I'm not going to tell you which ones. I really want to encourage you to try them. And they're so inexpensive, they're worthy. You cannot go wrong. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm a little late. I need to get out of here before they close the doors on me. But anyway, I'm gonna go spray. I was gonna spray one of these on, but I think I'm gonna put on Gentle Fluidity Silver on my way out the door. I love that fragrance from MFK. Guys, if you love anything from Bergdorf or if you need my help at Bergdorf Goodman, just let me know. You can always email me at el-aton@themaker.com. Let me know what samples you'd like. If I was promising you samples and you never received them, please email me to remind me. I lost my phone was stolen and I had an issue and some of my emails I don't have anymore. So please hit me up if you were promised a sample pack and it didn't get to you yet. It's a long story. Please hit me up if I promised you a sample pack or if you want a sample pack. It would be my honor to offer you options. Just make sure that when you offer me, that when you ask for a sample pack, let me know like what samples you'd like to try. And if you don't know what samples exactly and you trust my opinion or my taste, just let me know the style of fragrance that you're into and I'll make sure you smell some of the best options within that category at the store. And if you want anything, just email me. And I would be honored to assist you in getting the fragrance that you love. Of course, I know you're all collectors, so you know where to get things at the best price possible. But there's a lot of things at Bergdorf that's exclusive, and if you want to support the store, I would be honored to assist you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. It was an honor. I hope you have an amazing week. I'm going to be at the Maker next week, and I hope you're down with me. So it's a pleasure, guys. I'm that cologne guy, and this is Simply Put Scents. And I'm simply OUT. Peace. Have a great night, guys.